everyone. Good evening. Thank you for joining us today on the day two of the Project Learn workshop. I hope you have been able to practice what Vidhi taught you yesterday. On the day two, Vidhi would be taking you across some advanced filters, Spark Air policies, and she will also demonstrate to you how to publish your link. So I won't take much of your time. I'm handing over the stage to Vidhi. Vidhi, thank you.
Hi, Namika. Thank.
So stage is all yours.
So I'll just
Vidhi.
share up the screen. Yeah, sure. So I'll just share the screen quickly. Right, so I'll just quickly open this Sparkia Studio, and this is what we did yesterday. And today we are going to learn to how we can add some more patches and make this filter more cool. So yes. Just give me a minute. My camera is not working. Okay. Yes. So this is what we did yesterday. We applied a logic of head knot. So whenever we were nodding a head, the glasses were changing. So what we will do is we'll apply some colors to the background. So before that, what I'll tell you is key. See, I'll just go here in the scene panel. I'll right click over here, and we are going to add a rectangle. So before adding a rectangle, you will see a canvas will already be there. So let me put the canvas first. Now what is canvas? A canvas is a simple container that is going to hold the other objects like rectangles or plane or anything else. So I'll just add a rectangle over here. Now, what is rectangle? Basically, a rectangle is a 2D object that is having its length as well as the breadth. There is no height over here. So you can see that it is just a 2D object, not a 3D object. So what we are going to do is we'll fill its width as well as height. And we will add a material. We'll change its shader type to flat because we don't want the lights to get impact our rectangle. And we will name this rectangle as background. So VG, material also VG. And now see, what we are going to do is, like, if I go back, my you will see that the specs as well, the spec will just disappear, and if I come again, it will come back. But we don't want something like this to happen. So for this, you have to go to advanced rendering option, and you have to uncheck this right to depth as well as you use depth test. Now what we are going to do is we'll go to this camera over here on the left side, and on the right side you will see some of the functionalities that are being displayed. Like texture extraction. This is for extracting the camera texture. So if you want the camera texture to be used, we'll use this. Then we have this camera depth extraction. This is the another capability that has recently arrived. So this is the segmentation. So in Spark AR, there are currently three segmentations: person segmentation, hair segmentation, as well as skin segmentations. Now, what are these segmentations? So you guys would have used the filter in which you can change the background colors, or you can change the background of different images, or you can even input your own background from your media. So how we are going to do this, we use the person segmentation and then we invert it. So once you invert it, for the background it will be, and you would have also used Y2K filters where there would be like only the person with different color and the background with different color. Then we have the hair segmentation. So what hair segmentation means, those filters in which there are the hairs are of different colors, where you can put some glitter on your hairs apart from your body, on just if you want to make some changes over your hairs. Then we have skin segmentation. So the filters that you guys would have seen, for example, full body tattoo filters, or it could be like full glittering or something like that. So all those sorts will come in skin segmentation. But for us, what we are going to do is we'll go to the person segmentation. So here we go. As you can see that on the in the assets, the segmentation mask texture has been added. This is our person segmentation. Now how we are going to add this, we'll go to our rectangle and its material. Now this alpha channel is there. So what we are going to do, we will check this alpha, and in the texture what we will add is that segmentation mask texture. So let me add it. Now see, this is the person segmentation. It is only recognizing person, not the background. Now since my background color is white, so some of you might get confused. So I'll change the color and show to you that it is making a difference. So see, the background color is different, and this is what person segmentation is. So what we will do is we will invert it. So if I am going to invert it, so it will go to my directly to my background. So let me invert it. Now see, if I change the color, now only my background is changing. So if you want to keep some cool pictures over the background, what you can do is you can have some pictures and you can just directly add a texture over here. And if you want to keep a single color, then also you can keep it. But that's not what we are going to do. Is I'll just click show patch editor, because we'll apply some logic and let's make it more uh, cool. So here we go. We will add, we'll go to Spark AR Assets Library, and from here in the patches, there are different patches that have been created by the creators, where we can directly use it. So if you go in the shader, see there are multiple of patches here. So what you have to do is you have to just download the color cycle. So let me find the color cycle over here. So this is a color cycle patch, and we will import it directly to our project. Now what this is patch is going to do is, as its description says, it will create a continuous changing color cycle over a set duration. This patch assets uses HSV color encoding. Saturations and value are set to 1. You can change this in the patch. So we can change these values, we can change the duration and start value, as well as if you want random start of the color or reverse, we can also do it. So once it gets imported, you will see in the patches, in the assets, you will find it. So let's go back to Spark here. It got stuck. Just give me a minute. Okay, let me click on done. Okay, yeah. So you can see the patch that we have downloaded over here. Oh, what happened? There's some internet issue, I think, from my side. Okay, so in the patches, you can see this color cycle over here. Now what we are going to do is we will drag it to the patch editor because we want to apply this logic over here. So we'll drag it over here. So here you will see the duration set value and random and reverse. So duration currently is 1 second. So we can give the time the way we want. So let me give it to um, 7 or 8 seconds. In start value, we can give it to 0.3, and then we'll go up to this background and we'll extract this texture over here. So once we attach this, you will see the colors emerging. So as you can see that the colors are just right beside us, that is the background. So we can, if we wanted to make it a little more slow, we can give 10. In start value, let me give to 0.2, and then we will make it random start, and we can change the blend mode also over here. So let's go here. And this is, there are different blend modes, that is a rendering option over here. So currently it is alpha, that is by default it is usually alpha. So we can select and see how the other colors look. So this is how it will look when it is on add. I think now video won't stuck. And then we have the alpha, that is the static colors that you just saw like this. And then we have subtract over here, replace, multiply, screen, anything. So we will put alpha and we'll decrease the opacity. So this is fine, I think. And what we will do is we will, in the face mesh itself, in the face tracker, we will add a face mesh with the retouching. So what retouching will do is it will just enhance the uh, user's look a little bit, will make the skin smoother. So I'll add a face mesh over here, and we will add a material to it, and let's take name its material to retouch or um, soft skin, anything you can give. Let's rename the face mesh also. So soft skin. Now we'll go to it and we'll choose the shader type as retouching. And now you can increase or decrease the opacity based on how you like it. So 50 is okay, 40 is okay then. Cool. So we'll just comment this. Right click over here, comment, and we can write here as color magic. Okay. So like this you can even add some text if you want to add it over this filter, or if you want to keep it like this you can. So if you want to add any text, what you can do is you can go to this canvas and you can add here 2D text, and we can just recenter it, and you can write if you want to write something, you can write it on. If you want the dynamic text, so that also you can add it over here. So if you want to add day of the week as well as time also, if you want to add, you can just enter it. And you can decrease the size also if you want, and then you can even drag it downwards. So like this you can if you want to add it over here, so you can. Otherwise this is okay. Now the next thing that we are going to look is see, there are different patches that are available on Spark AR, and if you want to learn how some of the logic that you want to see how it goes, so what you can do is you will just have to go to this patch assets, and in this shaders you will find that the creator has already written how, showcased it with the picturization, how you can use that asset. So for example, if you want to use adjust color, so if you want to use this one, so what you will do is its input is a camera texture and the output is a material texture that we added. So what you will do is you will just import it, and then once it get imported, you will just use it in your project. And if you want to learn more about these patches, so what you could do is you will just go to the documentation. So I feel the documentation is the best part of this, because whenever you have any of the queries how it has to be used, you can anytime go to it and you will see the logic how it's being used. Okay, just a minute, my screen got stuck. By mistakenly stop. I did stop sharing. Just a minute.
Vidhi, we lost you.
Okay, so there you will go. So you will see here RKR documentation. So let's wait until it gets open. Till then, see. So I'll just recap it what we did and how we started. So we opened a blank project first, and then we added first the face tracker because we wanted to track the plane with the movement of our face. We added some of the glasses that we were using, and then we applied a logic for the head knot. So as I mentioned that if you guys are interested in other interactions, so there are a couple of interactions that you can use, for example smiling face, um, or if you want to make it like head rotation, or it could be the different interactions, you can add it over here, like mouth opening or anything. And then you will use a counter, and you will select for how many glasses you have inputted the logic. And then what you will do is, we have applied a color cycle logic where we'll see that the colors have been changing. uh, so I was telling that we can also add different what we could do is we could also add some different patches, and then we can see how the is being implemented. So the other patch that you can use is this edges color shaders. So what we can do is you can just drag this to your patch editor. So there are different options in the colors, like this colors shader, edges color shader. For example, you can set the brightness, you can set the contrast, and you can also make the image negative. And even you can set the saturation according to your requirements. So you will just drag it here, and you will see how you have to use the patch. So the input of this patch, as I said, it will be a camera texture. So you can go to this camera, and you can extract this camera, this texture extraction, and then you will see that here, and you can drag it over here. So the input, as I said, that input of the camera texture is RGBA. A is for alpha channel, red, green, blue. So we'll attach it to this. And then what we can do is, so see, if I add one more rectangle over here, currently let me disable this background. So if I add one more rectangle over here, we can change the shader type. And you can extract this texture. And you have to attach the edges color shaders output to this. Now you can adjust this. For example, if you want to keep it invert, or if you want to keep the saturation as -1, so it will be, I think, black and white. So now what we could do is we can make this as a person segmentation, and then we can right now, as you can see, that the spectacles are not visible. So if you want to make it visible, you have to select the you have to make the invert as person segmentation, and then you can use it like however you want. So you have to make sure that the depth and test is being correctly unchecked. Otherwise, your this plain texture won't be visible. So like this, you can create for all the different if you want to make it more colorful to the background, and if you want just the background color should be black and white, then that also you can do it. Just have to invert it. Let me drag it to the face tracker, above the face tracker, and then if you want we can invert back. So see, you have to make sure that this face tracker is down and the canvas is up. So now this is how the skin segmentation, with the help of sorry person segmentation it is. But the background is not black and white. It is the actual color. So if you want to see, I'll just choose one of the background and let me show you. See, the background is colorful, but we have just made the person segmentation as black and white. So if you want to make it reverse, so you can just invert it. So now the background will be black and white and the image will be colorful. So like this there are a couple of methods that you can follow. There are so many assets that you can use it, and this is really helpful because it makes your effect more interactive, as well as it makes your effect more nicer. But for now I'll just disable this rectangle because we want the colors should pop up on the screens. So you can even rename this rectangle as black and white if you want. Right now I'll just disable it. So what we have to do is we'll go to rectangle and make it disable. So currently I have added the color cycle. So there was no input of camera texture in the color cycle, so we haven't added anything such like that here. So let me disable this. Now the next thing that we will look into is how we can publish the filter, and how you have to how you will have the more impressions, and how you can make the trendy filters, and how you have to go through the documentation, because that is more important. So first of all, let me go to the background and make it visible, popping up of different colors. Cool. So what we'll do is this will be the final effect that we wanted to make. And if you are going to head knot, its glasses are definitely gonna change. So the thing that we will discuss now is how you can use or how the Spark AR documentation will be helpful for you all. So you have to go to the Spark AR official documentation. Till then, let me upload the filter. So I'll go back to publish here. On the left hand side, you will see three options. One is to open the Spark AR assets. The second is to test on your devices. As I have already mentioned yesterday, that in order to send your effect as a test link to your respective Instagram, you have to make sure that it is being connected to your Facebook account. So you have to make sure that it is being both the accounts are connected to each other. So wait until the documentation gets open. Just hold on. There are a couple of videos to start your effect. So if you want to learn, they have already like they have the project files also, like unfinished and finished. So if you want to watch the video and learn, you can also do that, and you can make your effect with the help of the pre-recordings. So that will be very helpful for all the creators, because it gives you the full knowledge how you can create a filter from scratch and how you can also upload it. um, oh, my screen got stuck again. So we will upload the filter from here. Let's wait for a couple of seconds. It is taking time to load. I don't know why it's got stuck here. Okay, let me open it here. Something went wrong. Just hold on. Mhm. What happened here? Why it is getting stuck? I hope here it gets open. So you have to search for Spark AR documentation, and once the documentation gets open, you will see the tutorials. There are different tutorials, there are different documentation done for how you can use the patches, or how you can use or import the different assets in your project file. Oh, I don't know what happened to the. Maybe there is some issues. So yesterday we saw how we can publish the effect. So what you have to do is you will just upload it, and make sure that your file size should not exceed more than 4 MB if you are making a filter for Instagram, and if it is for Facebook, it may go till 10 MB. And then once you upload your effect, you have to make a demo video. That demo video should last for 10 to 15 seconds according to the policy. So make sure that your demo video, you make it and upload it there. And then you have to give first a name to your effect, so you can give any name which you want. And then once you do all the things, you have to click on submit button in order to submit the effect. So the after submitting the effect, you will see that um, it will be in review. So it will take around maybe 2 hours or not more than 5 days. So usually in weekends it may take more time, but it gets accepted and it will be shown on your Instagram profile. So yes, that's how you are going to upload the filter. Oh, it's still stuck. Oh, what happened here? Why it got stuck so much? Ending the task. So same issue. Okay, I think it will work now.
Hi Vidhi, all okay?
Uh, Hello guys, I think there is some glitch with he. So what you can do, I'm sharing the form submission link that you can use to submit your AR effects. You can use this form link. There are certain fields like effect ID, owner ID that you will get as soon as you will publish your AR effect. With he is facing some network glitches. She will be joining very soon. So how you can get your AR effect, basically how you can get your effect ID and owner ID is basically very simple. So you can, I hope my screen is visible to you all. So you can just go to Sparker Studio, Sparker Hub, and check your filters that you have created. There will be something like this appear in front of your screen, and you can check your filters in the effect section. Go to effect section. You can check multiple filters over here. If your filters will be accepted by Facebook, you can see something like this accepted over the review status, and now your filter is ready to use. So check this out. Your filter should be accepted, and then you can get the effect ID and owner ID, and basically, so you can just, if you will click on any of the effect that you have created, suppose if you will click on this effect that you have created, then you will get something like this. Like, you see, you can get this something like this. You will see here in the top right corner, you can see copy effect id, copy owner id, and a shareable link. By here you can get and share the fill the Google form that we have already shared to you. So this is the thing. You can just check it out, check this out, and publish your AR effect. We are looking forward to your AR effects. And so yeah, with he's joining in 2 couple of seconds. So still till then, if anyone has any doubts regarding the program, all the association, you are feel free to have share your doubts. We are very happy. So yeah. So if anyone has any doubts, feel free to share your doubts. Otherwise, this is the form link that we have already shared in the comment section. Check this out, bookmark this form, because this is the only form that you have to fill after creating your AR effect, and by this you will get evaluated based on the AR thing. So
So, guys, if anyone has a question, please feel free to put it in the chat box. I hope Lakshit has explained it very well how to submit your effect. Looking for Vidhi to join. Give us a few minutes. Lakshit, in the meantime, would you like to show some of the effect that
yeah,
we have created
so
already?
precisely what you guys you can do, if those who are wondering what are the benefits of Spark here, what is this augmented reality and all, you can just, it is very simple. It could be your best side hustle that you can ever get than you ever thought of, because Spark here is very amazing thing. You can see some impressions and all these opens, these 1K people's. My Instagram filter has already reached. That means 1,000 people. I have created this filter a day ago. I have created this filter yesterday, and it has already reached to 1,000 filters. And this is a very small number, to be honest. This is a very small number. If you'll start making your AR effects, you will see a huge number popping out in front of you in your AR effects. And so precisely those who are wondering what are the benefits, how you can just, if you can adopt the Spark Care as a full-time career or not, and what are the benefits. So Spark Care could be the best side hustle, or not the side hustle, it could be the best remote job you can ever get. So those who wants to escape the 9 to 5 job, this could be the right choice for you. Start now and earn later. So this is the only thing that I will say, because you can see there is a competition that is going that has completed now, but it was from 31 to 21st of June. And you can see what's the first prize for making the filter. Making just one filter, you can win. The first winner will be getting $20,000. Second person will be getting $15,000. So this is a huge amount of prize that Facebook Sparkia team is giving to you. Just try to use all these effects, and try to make some cool filters, try to put your imagination into it. And you can see, if you are under 500 also, you'll be getting $300. That would be something around 15,000 rupees for making one filter. And it hardly requires any efforts on anything that you can imagine. It just need your creativity, your idea to be collaborated, put it into the right place. So put your idea, imagination into the right place, and you are done with this Spark here. There is nothing as such about coding and everything. You just have to um, make um, your things on the right place. So just try to. Okay, Vidhi is here. Vidhi, can you please refresh it, because okay, yeah, Vidhi is here. So just try to. Okay, Vidhi is here. Vidhi, can you?
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Hello.
Yes, you are audible. Yes, you are
Oh,
audible.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened to my laptop. It just got stuck. So I'll just share my screen once again. And thank you so much for explaining the to the Sparkia Hub. I was just about to do it. Thank you, Lakshit. I'll just share the screen quickly. So yeah, I hope my screen is visible. So I was talking about the Sparkia Hub. So as soon as you guys will upload any of the filters, all your filters will come and you can see here. So you will see impressions as well as the opens, captures, and shares. And the best thing is, like, the more impressions you have, the more strong portfolio it will be for you all. So you can just open to the Spark AR documentation that I was trying to open it before. It didn't got open, I don't know why. But yeah, so this is what the Spark AR documentations looks like. Uh, but before that, let me explain you one more thing, that here on the left hand side you will see the effects that you have made, the insights. So what all insights you have till you started making, or to the lifetime, you can see it over here. Then on the here gallery and creators, so you can see what all, the other creators have made, and you can get inspired through it, and you can also make it over here. Then you have here the learning section. So learning section will open the documentation. So the documentation that you are going to see will be the Spark AR official documentation. So um, yes. So here you will see the get started tutorials, articles, and the other patch editors, Spark SL scripting. So for those guys who are starting your career as a computer science student, you guys would be knowing JavaScript as well as TypeScript. So you can just go through it and see how you can implement it. So you have to go to the get started, or in the tutorials you will see a couple of videos here, and you can start building it and start experimenting it, because the best way is, the more you are going to experiment, the more you will get a chance to learn the stuffs here. So see, we have the beginner tutorials here. So of course I feel you all are beginners, so you can start creating the effects, like the rainfall, or what of or it could be like full sunny day effect, or with the particles, with creating the world AR effects. Or you can also add the light, see, adding the position of lights and all. So whatever you want to learn, you just have to click it here, and then you will be able to download the files. That will be a finished project as well as unfinished. Follow with the video, and you will be able to learn how to create the filters. Now the other thing is, like, you can read the articles over here. So for example, like we discussed yesterday, how the navigation will go. Here will be the viewport, and you will have the position, scale, and rotation. This all we learned the first day. So this is how you can use the documentations. Downside, you will see the different patch editors that I was talking about. So, for example, if you want to know the data types that have been used in the Spark AR, so there are a couple of data types like Boolean signals and the other one. So, whatever logic that you are going to implement it, that all the that implementation will be going to be on your patch editor. This thing you have to keep in mind. And you can also script over here. See, this is the basics of scripting that you can implement on your project if you are a beginner and have the knowledge of coding. And even if you don't have, then don't worry. This is really a good platform where you can just attach the patches and make huge number of filters. So here, as you can see, that you will see the different impressions, and here you will see what all competitions that will be conducted by Spark AR, and you can participate it. But make sure that you have your personal account, not your page, before participating in it. And just open this. And the other thing that you have to keep in mind, that you guys would have seen some of the trending filters that usually trends over Instagram and Facebook, and you would be like, how people are making those effects. So simply, you just have to think out of the box, what you can create as an idea. And once you get an idea, you just have to implement it. It could be any randomizer effect, or any effect, but just make sure that it should be more interactive, as well as the user should feel like, oh, this is something new, and I'm definitely going to try it. And once you for example, for you all, this may be your first effect, so you can create it and you can even share it. So as soon as you upload any effect, your effect will look something, your effect will come here, and you can open it, and then you will see your impressions, as well as you can share your QR, like share your filter as a link or as a QR code. So you just have to copy this. You can paste it on your Instagram stories so that people, and you can like mark it, like use this effect. This is my first effect. You can also make different reels there and put some trending songs, which usually makes your filter will have more impressions. So it is not something like automatically it will get increased. Definitely it will get increased, but you have to make an input over there. You have to use it, you let your friends use it, and they should also share it to their friends. So that's how filters become viral. And then what you can also update your effect. So whenever you are uploading an effect, so if you want to make some changes after 10 days, say okay, I want to keep the colors as static, or it could be I want to keep a background of some image, then you can just update your effect directly and you can upload the file over here. And then if you want to update the name still, you can update it and then resubmit it. So here you will see that like before uploading any of the effect, you will select a platform for which you are making. Is it for existing media? If it is for existing media, you can just click on it and make, but for existing media, make sure that it supports both for Insta as well as for Facebook, because some of the capabilities are not supported in the media, existing media. Then you will see the different categories where you can use it, and then henceforth you can either test on your device first and make a like upload the video once again, and then you can just resubmit it. So then the other thing that you can have is, once your effects get submitted, then wait for, as I said, 2 hours or maybe 5 hours till it gets accepted. Now the other thing is, like if you like by mistake, if your Spark yeah gets closed, but don't worry, if you haven't saved your project, it will show the this recover your unsaved project, and you can just click on open it. Now since I haven't saved it, so it will get open because the screen automatically got stuck. So like this you can have more impressions and all. And the other thing is, whenever you are facing any issues in that, you can just go through the different articles from which they will be helpful for you, because most of the, like they have picturized it for you, so how you can use it and everything, it will be there. So this is how you can upload the filter and how you can use the documentation as it is. And if you want to, like if you have created in a collab, then you can add a collaboration also, like so and so person, we both have made an effect, and this is how the effect looks. So yeah, that's how you're going to submit your effect. And for the impressions, I hope it is clear that the more you are going to share, the more you are going to put the reels with the trendy songs, that will definitely go to your effect will get viral if it has more interactions as well as more creativity of you. So yes, this is how it will be. So, guys, I hope you guys would have enjoyed today's session. How we added the background, and you can add different colors. You can make it black and white also. And if you want to add some static tests, that also you can add. How I have already shown it. So I hope you guys also understood how we can publish the effect. So yeah, I hope it was an enjoying session. So yes, thank you so much, guys, for being with us.
Thank you so much, Vidhi. You've done a tremendous job today. As usual, I mean, it's not the first time you've been doing this beautiful job. So I hope all of you have understood what Vidhi has been trying to tell you since last 2 days now. We'll also be sharing the recording with you on the emails that you have used to register for the program. You're requested to submit your effects as soon as possible. And as Lakshit has mentioned, there are rewards for it. There's a certification for every submission that comes. So we look forward to your creative AR effects. Thank you so much. Have a great evening, and thank you so much, Vidhi, for taking out time on a weekend. Thanks a ton.
Thank you so much, Namika. Bye bye, guys. Looking forward for your effects.